If you don't love that traditional taillight style and want a set that's going to take a more unique approach while also including all of the high performance features that you would want for your 2015 through 2017 F-150, these Raxiom CXR series LED taillights with the black housing and the smoke lens will be right up your alley. And I do want to point out that this set will specifically be for the F-150s that have halogen taillights equipped from the factory and that do not have bliss, so just make sure you get the right ones for your F-150. Now, nonetheless, these are going to be tailored for the F-150 owner who is looking for that non-traditional style to the back of their F-150, taking a darker approach to match with other black accessories or create a more cohesive build when it comes to the appearance of these taillights. Now, along with that, the performance that you're getting for these are perfect if you live in a more remote area, you're looking for some better lighting performance and some brighter lighting performance to keep you safer out on the road while also having a maintenance-free set that you won't have to worry about. Now, the black housing and the smoke lens that these feature will offer that darker appearance to the rear end of the truck, creating more of that sinister aesthetic that you may be looking to achieve and matching, again, very well with other dark accents or darker lighting that you already have on the truck. Now, while the lens will be smoked, it is going to be a lighter smoke, giving you the appearance but not taking too much away from the lighting, considering the high output LEDs inside. Now, speaking of the lighting, these will have the center square accent lights for the running lights, bright LED chips in the center of those for your brake lights, and a strip of bright white LEDs right in the center here to give you that bright reverse light. Now, the sides will also help these lights stand out from the rest in the category with multiple LED strips down the side that will make these super noticeable to other drivers on the road, keeping you a little bit safer and add that much more style to this non-traditional design. Now, these will have a pretty standard but very strong build with an ABS plastic housing and a polycarbonate lens on the front, both being resilient to the elements and impact resistant for wherever you're taking your truck. Now, the LEDs will also be much longer lasting than the halogens that you're probably used to, like I mentioned before, so you can enjoy these taillights longer without having to maintenance them or swap any bulbs like you would have to with your factory lights. Now, they'll also have a hassle-free install with a plug-and-play OE-style connector on the back, so you won't have to do any additional wiring to get these functioning, and they will come with resistors to avoid any hyper flashing or flickering with the change from a halogen to an LED. Now, these will be more of a premium choice for a taillight, coming in at roughly $475. Now, that being said, there are not many like this choice in the category with the very unique appearance that these bring to the table. Now, style will come down to personal preference and what you're looking for in a taillight design, but one thing that is notable for the price is the full LED build. Now, this is not going to have you swapping over any lighting like other hybrid options in the category would. They may save you a few bucks, but not give you the top tier performance that these carry. So again, if you're looking for a unique and high-performing taillight for your F-150, and you're looking to invest in a solid choice, these are going to be great for you. Install here is going to be very easy at a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. It should only take you about 45 minutes to get the job done. Now, at this point, I'm going to hand it over to one of our installers. They're going to show you a detailed breakdown on how you can get these onto your F-150 at home. So that is going to wrap it up for my review. Let's go ahead and jump into the install.
For this install, you need a ratchet and an 8mm socket. All right, so we're going to be installing some taillights on our F-150. First, we're gonna watch a quick video how to uninstall stock ones, then we'll come back here to install the new ones.
So the first step of this install is going to be using a 8mm socket to remove the 2 bolts that secure the taillight to the vehicle. We're going to unbolt the taillight and unplug the connectors and remove the taillight from the truck.
Now we can install our new taillight. We just have to mount our resistor block here first. So we have our double-sided tape. So I'm gonna pull the protective backing off of it. You can stick it wherever you want. We're just gonna stick it to the inside of the bed here. You could also use the 2 mounting holes and use screws if you would like. Just gonna stick it right there. And then we can plug in our 2 harnesses. Now we can just plug our factory connectors in. If your taillights do not function properly after this, you might just need to reverse the connectors because they are the same connector for both. we're gonna put our taillight into place. Just make sure you push the wiring in here so it's out of the way and line up all of our locating pins. There's 2 on the back and 1 on the top here. All right, now we can put our 8mm screws into our taillight. Grab a ratchet, 8mm socket, and tighten them down. Once you have that done, you just go ahead and repeat those same steps for the other taillight. All right, and that wraps up our install of our Raxiom CXR series LED taillights with a black housing and smoke lens for our 2015 to 2017 F-150 with factory halogen non-BLIS taillights. And remember, for everything F-150, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.